Disclaimer. The views expressed in this podcast are our personal opinions and do not necessarily reflect those of our significant others, families, or employers. Viewer discretion is advised.
For the guys that are going to entertain it, they don't care about none of that because they're just trying to get the job done.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
They got one thing in mind.
One thing in mind.
mind.
That's all it is. Anybody knows not to take somebody like that seriously.
Rack it up, I got a bit of the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up, she got her hands on her knees and she bringing the cake out. Smoke it up, I got some.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Friendly Fade podcast. This is episode 14. We are your host, Reem the Dream and Nugs. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're feeling generous, turn on post notifications so you don't miss a banger. With that said and done, as you guys can see, we are missing our third co-host for the night. Unfortunately, Nate did have things that came up, so he can't record with us tonight. He will be back next week, but for now, the show must go on. We do have two guests in his place today. We have Orville and Alyssa. Orville is familiar to the channel. He was on episode 9. We could post, a little snapshot of here, but in episode 9 he was do-rag Orville. But I mean, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. I mean, before we actually get into the pick'ems, Kareem, we did get breaking news like an hour ago when it comes to Jim Harbaugh of the Michigan Wolverines. He is going to be the new Chargers head coach. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, man. First and foremost, Nate, we miss you, bro. I know you had some stuff going on. He's taking that little social media cleanse to the next level. So he said this week, bro, I'm not even gonna put my face out there for nobody, bro. I'm just playing, man. He has some stuff going on, but it's all good. We do have a special guest here today. I'm happy to have y'all. Orville, welcome back, and Alyssa. Alyssa's one of our biggest fans. If y'all don't know, she tunes in for every episode. Gives us a little feedback here and there. So appreciate you as always for always supporting. She's always asking me. She's like, "When y'all get to the next one?" But yeah, so I appreciate you for that. Harry, like you were saying, my boy, Jim Harbaugh is now the head coach for the Los Angeles Chargers. Bro, what a great hire. I mean, even throughout the entire season, the Chargers weren't doing too well. Everybody knew they were going to fire their head coach, Brandon Staley, and there was already some waves going on, around the football world. Jim Harbaugh, it might be his last year in Michigan, especially if he wins it. He did what he had to do in Michigan. Huh?
They did win it, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He did what he had to do in Michigan. Job's finished. Now he's like, all right, now I got to go back to the NFL and finish the job there. Because remember, guys, when he was with the 49ers, my man made it to a Super Bowl in 3 NFC championship games. Yeah. So, he brought Colin Kaepernick to the map. He put him on the map. So let's not forget that Jim Harbaugh is a great coach. And it's about time for him to come back to that league, to the big boys, and show us what he can do, especially with his brother playing this Sunday, going for his second Super Bowl. So I'm sure there's a little family of feud in there, a little rivalry. Be like, hey, man, you might have a little college ring, but it ain't the Super Bowl. It ain't the big one. So I'm sure Jim wants to come back and prove to his brother that he can do it. So I mean, that's my thoughts on it. I think it's great for Justin Herbert, for his development. Like I said, look what he did for Alex Smith. He revived Alex Smith's career because Alex Smith was on his way to being a bust. Number 1 overall pick in San Francisco for a few years, and he was nobody knew who he was, and all of a sudden Harbaugh comes to town, and all of a sudden Alex Smith is like, oh wow, he actually can play. And obviously he got hurt. Colin Kaepernick stepped up. Colin Kaepernick got on the map, like I said earlier. So yeah, I think Justin Herbert's a great QB, man, and he's gonna finally reach that next level of the Lamar Jacksons, the Josh Allens of the world. So I'm excited to see that. But what are your thoughts, Harry?
I agree with you. I think it's a good hire. And especially for the Chargers, the last 2 years, they kind of been underperforming, right? So I think this is the last piece they were missing, because if you look across the roster, they have all the players to make it to the playoffs and late into the NFL season. You got, Austin Eckler at the running back position. You have Herbert at the quarterback position. You have 2 stud receivers, even though Keenan Allen is kind of old at this point. But I mean, look at the season he just had. You know what I'm saying? Ridiculous, especially the first half of the season, right? Yeah. Mike Williams for a second guy like behind Keenan Allen, you can't really ask for much more. The only problem is he gets hurt a lot. You know what I'm saying? So if he could just kind of stay healthy, that would do a lot of good things for the Chargers, and it would relieve, you know, Keenan Allen from being the one guy on the field where, you know, everybody knows he's going to be targeted. So the defense is kind of gunning for him and double teaming him and whatnot. So that's good. I mean, and when it comes down to it, even Gerald Everett at the tight end position, he's solid. You know what I'm saying? He's a big body. He can make some plays. And where I say they need the most help, I would say, and is, you know, coaching, which they got the perfect guy for that at the moment, and defense. They do have that stud safety from FSU, right?
Yeah, Derwin James.
So they have some pieces on defense as well. So I mean, I think this is going to be the year that we see Herbert kind of elevate to the next level and go and make a playoff run. I mean, I don't know if Jim Harbaugh is going to be enough, you know, to make the Super Bowl or something next year, but it's definitely a start. So I mean, I think it's a great hire. I'm looking forward to next season and see how he does. But for right now, we do have this season, which is not over. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. And as far as the whole family feud is concerned, you know, the Super Bowl is way better than having a college ring. But the problem is that John Harbaugh doesn't have a ring. You know what I'm saying?
John, what are you talking about? John Harbaugh does have a ring. He beat his brother in the Super Bowl.
You're fucking right. I'm tripping.
That's why I was like, that's why I say he's going for his second.
Yeah,
You're right. Wow.
He beat him, bro. So,
wow. Damn. So, I mean, there's not much to say there. Yeah, he's got bragging rights until something else is done about that, you know?
Yeah,
so,
absolutely, man.
We'll see what happens.
Are the Chargers sort of more or less like in the same position as the Bears, where they kind of have like a stud at QB, but he can't really shine because they don't have really like core pieces to surround around him?
No, they're not that bad, thank God.
No, yeah.
Okay.
It's always been the coaching that's been the issue with the Chargers, bro. It's not the roster. The roster is stud. They're star studded. They have great talent. The coach was garbage.
Yeah, because I always hear good things about that kid. Like he's a fucking strong arm, like stud, but just team doesn't go anywhere.
No, and yeah, I think this year again. Now you got Jim Harbaugh in the building. They're probably going to pick up a few free agents too because he's there, so he's going to attract some free agents as well this year in the offseason. And yeah, I think Justin Herbert will be fine, man. He's still super young, just signed a big extension, so he ain't going anywhere anytime soon. It's just about maybe drafting some younger receivers because, like Harry alluded to, Keenan Allen is just getting a little too old. Mike Williams is injury prone, so he doesn't have many weapons there. So draft a couple receivers, maybe trade for one. Who knows, man? So I think that's really what they need right now. Besides that, I think they have the remaining pieces to contend.
Right, and to kind of add to the Harbaugh thing, I think that was a big reason why McCarthy decided to declare for the draft. I think they had a conversation, and you know he ultimately knew that Harbaugh wasn't coming back as the Michigan head coach, so he decided to declare for the draft. And I mean, I don't blame him. I think if Jim Harbaugh stays as the Michigan State or the Michigan Wolverine coach for next year, he would have came back for his senior year.
Oh, 100%.
And by all means, I mean, I would have maybe came back anyways because he's not, you know, I don't think he's a strong candidate to be a QB in the NFL. It's not like he was a stud in college. You know what I'm saying?
No, he was not. His team carried him. I mean, don't get me wrong. He was a really good game manager, but he wasn't like an Andrew Luck or like a Joe Burrow for his team. So yeah, just so we're clear.
To the argument, game manager or game changer, right?
No, game manager for sure for JJ McCarthy. I think everybody knows that, and it's not even an argument at this point.
Absolutely. But anyways, I mean, we touched on a little bit on that, so I'll let you go ahead and go get into our matchups for this weekend.
Yeah, no doubt. So as everybody knows, probably except for Harry, since he had to look it up, I don't know why, but we do have two big games coming up this weekend. We got the AFC and NFC championship games. Respectively. AFC side, we got the Baltimore Ravens hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. Pat Mahomes coming to town. And then Lamar Jackson is finally, you know, he's going for the ring, man. You know, after being doubted for so long. So, you know, who do y'all got, man? I'm curious to know who you guys are going for. Orville, I would like to hear what you got to say for that one, man.
For the Chiefs and Ravens or both?
Yes, sir.
I really want the Ravens to go on, but, you know, they've been playing really well. They should have this matchup, but again, it's the Chiefs. You can't really count them out. So, but I would really want Lamar to make it. Broward boy.
Yes, sir. I think everybody in Florida is rooting for Lamar. Yeah, everybody.
I'm sure everybody's behind him for sure.
Oh yeah, I think
he's not. He's not like he's such a likable guy. Honestly.
Yeah, he's humble, man. He's like I can't hate on the dude, man. Like and y'all know I'm the biggest hater. I'm the biggest hater out there. I'll say.
To be honest, I'm sure 99% of the population is behind the Ravens, just for the simple fact that the whole Taylor Swift shit with the Chiefs. I'm sure everybody's like, "Yo, fuck that shit, yo, Ravens all the way." That shit.
I know. we're just so sick of it, man. Like we're tired of Taylor Swift. We're tired of Brittany Mahomes and Jackson Mahomes. Like, bro, I think everybody's just sick of the Chiefs, bro. Like for obvious reasons. So yeah, it's just one of those things. But okay,
they're like the Warriors of the NFL right now. When they had
KD.
I
think worse because I don't think the Warriors had any kind of like issues off the court for us to like hate on them. Everybody hated on the Warriors because they
everybody kind of like just tired of seeing them up there right now, so they're just like
come on, give somebody else a shot, bro. Like come on, dude. Like we ain't trying to see the same old team every year, But all right, cool, man. Good point. What about you, Harry? What you got? Who you got?
I mean, I agree with Orville. I do want the Ravens to win. I think it would be a beautiful thing for Lamar. I would be extremely happy for him. But just to kind of snap back into reality, I just can't kind of like Brady. I just don't like to pick against Mahomes because if you look at the past, it doesn't really go in your favor, right? So until I see him go down, I really can't choose against him. And Lamar and the Ravens, they're rolling right now. They're playing the best football that they've ever played, but I'm still not convinced. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think getting this dub against a team like the Chiefs will kind of convince me in being like, damn, Lamar is the real deal. You know what I'm saying? Because don't get me wrong, he's flashy. He can run the ball. He's a playmaker. But and don't get me wrong, these last couple of weeks I've been seeing some pretty great throws. But I want to see a little bit of consistency, and I think with a win that will kind of silence the haters. They won't be able to say much besides, win the Super Bowl first or whatever the case may be. Yeah. But so with that said and done, I'm going with the Chiefs. I think your argument last week was him going away for these playoff games. He's never been in that situation. Mm-hmm. He got an away win last week. And I think he's going to get another one here, and he's going to go back to the AFC Championship, except this time it's going to be the hard way because it's going to be away. It's not like he has all these home games.
Yeah,
but, I mean, we'll see. So, I mean, I can't wait to see the game. That's probably the game of the week.
That is the AFC Championship.
We'll see what happens.
Was that Orville?
He said he's going to make his way back to the AFC Championship. I thought that is the AFC Championship.
No, yeah. He's already that's the AFC Championship. Harry, did he make his way back to the Super Bowl?
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Oh, okay.
We'll see.
That's what, 6 in a row now?
6 in a row, bro.
6 AFC championships in a row.
We'll see, man. Because they've been playing a little. I think the only game where they really had like, and I wouldn't even say a great game because we played bad was against the Dolphins, but like even the game, what was it, like week 18? They lost. They won against the Chargers by 1. Then they spanked us, but I wasn't really going in there thinking we were going to win.
No.
And then they beat the Bills by 3. So
by 3, yeah.
And they were hot.
And let's not forget, guys, the Bills lost because of some mistakes on their end. Like, so the Chiefs literally was giving that game away, and the Bills didn't want it. Like.
Yeah.
Come on now, like Josh Allen throwing darts on these receivers, and they were dropping the balls. Yeah, like you think that it was the Chiefs that was dropping the balls all how they looked all season, but when it could, like I said, man, when push comes to shove, pressure mounts, palms get sweaty, backs get tight. Who shows up? Always Patty Mahomes, bro. Like, as much as I don't like the guy, he always proves me wrong. And it's like, damn, Josh Allen. Like, I'm not putting it on Josh Allen because Josh played a great game. I think his team let him down. But still, at the end of the day, Patty came through when he needed to come through, as always, man. And this week, I'm having a tough time picking this game. Yeah, my heart's saying, yo, pick Lamar, because I want Lamar and I want the Baltimore Ravens to go. Just because I don't like the Chiefs, anybody but the Chiefs. But at the same time, I'm like, bro, they have Patrick Mahomes. Like, that's kind of when Brady was playing for the Patriots, and you're like, damn, like it's Brady, bro. You can't count him out. So right now, I believe the Ravens are 3-point favorite to win the game. If I'm a betting man, I'm taking the Chiefs as underdog. Yep. I'll take the +3. I'll take the +3 underdog because even if they lose, they're not going to lose by much. They might lose by 1 point.
Yeah.
You know, if that. So again, because Patrick Mahomes is under center.
A win is a win, though.
A win is a win. I know, but it's like, you know, I would. Yeah, if I'm betting, I'm taking the Chiefs +3. However, I think the Ravens will show up. They're at home. They're a better team than the Bills by like a mile. They have the number 1 defense in the NFL. Lamar Jackson is a stud. I believe Mark Andrews is actually making his way back this Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. And they have the receivers. He has the weapons this year. Odell, he's a good veteran presence. He makes the plays when you need him to. I'm gonna go with the Ravens, man. Oh my God, please! I really hope I'm right for this one. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Ravens. I might be wrong, but I hope I'm not.
Who has the better defense?
Oh, the Ravens. Number one defense in the NFL.
Hopefully,
that Kansas City Chiefs defense, they're pretty good. They're
pretty good too.
Possess some problems.
I mean,
I'm actually
as a whole, like you said, you can't really count them out. So
no, you can't. You can't count them out, bro. It's not going to be a blowout.
Pressure, you know.
Yeah.
When the Chiefs were up against Tampa Bay, and that man was running for his life. Hopefully they can apply the same pressure.
Yeah, that's all you really need. Yeah, if you can.
A very good point.
The key to the game for me is if the Ravens can rush 4 without blitzing and get to Mahomes, that's the key. Because if they have to blitz, he will tear you up, bro.
You know what the crazy thing about that Chiefs Tampa Bay Super Bowl was? That like Mahomes was running for his life, but the passes were there. It's just they were dropping them.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
That's the crazy part. He was on the run, but that man is still efficient as fuck, and like he was just doing his thing, and just nobody else showed up to play that day.
Oh, I know. Trust me. Just the Bucks had a better day like that. I mean, they were. I would say the Bucks were the better team as well because they had like top 5 defense in the league. Obviously, Tom Brady was pretty much his first year. Brady was in his first year there. Mike Evans, Gronk and Godwin. So yeah, the Bucks were the better team. So that was the one time that I can remember that Pat Mahomes got blown out of a game.
Yeah,
I've never seen that man get blown out of a game other than that. Especially when it mattered too. Like regular season, maybe, but playoff, my man, he's always in there, bro. That's why he's scary to me. But
they had a fire ass defense that year, man.
They did. The Bucks are nasty. The Bucks are disgusting. All right, cool, man. So let's move on to the NFC side, boys and girls, ladies. So NFC side, we got the San Francisco 49ers hosting the Detroit Lions with Jared Goff coming to town. Man, what a story it's been for the Lions this year. Like, since I think any of us were born, I don't think we've ever seen the Lions even make the playoffs. Actually, no, once I saw the Lions make the playoffs in my lifetime until this year. So, yeah, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Who do y'all have for this game? Keep in mind, San Francisco 49ers are a 7-point favorite at the moment. Debo is questionable to play. He's 50-50 right now. Does that make a difference for y'all? Let me know.
You go ahead.
I'm going to take the Niners, man. I know Brock Purdy is a little questionable. He hasn't been too hot lately, and he's kind of, just been getting by and whatnot. But I think that defense is just gonna bring him to the promised land. And I think with CMC back there, he's just too good. He's going to get a touchdown at least. And Brock Purdy's going to make enough plays for them to get the job done. And it hurts to me to say it because obviously, as you guys know, I do live in Michigan, and Michigan is kind of on that high right now as far as football is concerned. But I think the run ends this weekend. And again, I hope I'm wrong, but we'll see, because that would be such a huge win for Jared Goff and this town, and for them to reach the Super Bowl after not being in the playoffs for 30 years. So after, or whatever, how long it was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's been a while.
It might as well have been 30 years.
They haven't been in an NFC Championship game for 30 years, just so we're clear.
Right. So not only are they giving you guys a playoff game, they're giving you several playoff games, and for them to kind of end up in the Super Bowl, that would be kind of,
dude, insane.
Exactly.
That's a W. To me, that's a W for them for a season for the Lions.
Absolutely. I mean, at this point, anything else is a cherry on top, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure. 100%. I agree.
Yes, I'm taking the Niners.
All right. What you got, Orville?
I mean, I haven't really kept up with the Lions, but as you guys said, like it would be dope for them to make it. But I mean, like you said, it's already a success story for them. But it'd be pretty cool for me that the Niners go on, because like a Cinderella story with Brock Purdy. So hopefully he's successful in this game, because like you said, he's been a little shaky. But I mean, they have all the tools to make it happen. So like you said, they're the favorites. So hopefully they don't.
He doesn't even need to be great. He just needs to be.
That's the thing. Yeah, exactly.
No,
like you said, if the defense pulls up, it'll be like when Peyton Manning was with the Broncos.
Yeah,
they took him to the promised land, and the defense won him that championship.
Yeah. So, just don't turn the ball over, and then we'll take care of the rest, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I still think that anybody would still take Peyton Manning in that situation over Brock Purdy.
No, of course.
Which Peyton Manning are we talking?
I'm not comparing that situation. I'll take Peyton Manning right now over like Brock Purdy right now. If he's playing like shaky, of course.
Peyton Manning's last year, boys. I don't know if y'all remember. My man couldn't throw past 10 yards. I mean, let's pump the brakes a little bit here. All right, I get it. Peyton Manning, his first 2 years in Denver, my man was throwing it for 50+ touchdowns. Yeah, I'll take that, Peyton Manning. But his last year, guys, come on now. We saw what we saw.
Bro, he was as old as a dinosaur. Cut him
I know. That's what I'm saying. You can't say Peyton Manning last year and you'll take him over Purdy. Come on. Yo.
I mean, it's not that far, though. I mean,
listen,
early on in the season, you could say, like, oh, you wouldn't take him over. But right now, like Harry said, he's not playing that well. So, I mean, you can't – like, if somebody were like, oh, I'd take Peyton Manning in his last year, like, it's not really that much off the way Purdy's playing right now. He got a little quiet towards the end.
Bro, y'all are killing me. You guys in the media are killing me with the Purdy slander, bro. Enough is enough, bro. Y'all need to stop. Do y'all realize that Purdy had the best numbers as a quarterback in the NFL this year? You know,
numbers or number?
Yes, the best numbers as the quarterback for the 49ers, bro.
We're not saying that
number one in completion percentage. Huh?
We're not talking about him as a whole. We're just talking about he's just dwindled down a little bit. Like,
listen, guys. Let's keep in mind now, he was playing, and I'm not making excuses for him. I'm just people are too hard on this kid. No, second year as a starter, bro. Let's not forget, second year as a starter. Last pick of the draft. All right. Nobody expected this from him. They like Mr. Irrelevant. Last year the kid made it to the NFC Championship game against the Eagles, got injured in the first quarter, and they got and the rest is history. This year, he's healthy. He came back. He had an amazing year. I don't care what nobody says. He had a bad game against the Ravens. Cool, that's the Ravens, bro. That was a tough matchup, all right? He's still young. He's still learning, bro. Give my man a chance. And then people are mad at him because he has weapons. What do you want him to do? Get rid of it.
Like, damned if they play bad with no weapons, and damned if they do play good with weapons. Like,
that's what I'm saying. My man balls out when Debo and McCaffrey on the field. I mean, anybody's gonna ball out with him with Debo McCaffrey in the field. So why are people getting mad at him for that? Like, people are really upset.
I'm assuming moving forward, he's gonna be their starting QB.
Dude, he is. He is their starting QB. Like, why would you make a change at this point?
But he pretty much got his like time to shine because of the injury, right?
Yeah. So Jimmy Garoppolo broke his leg, I believe, last year. And he stepped in. That's when he stepped in, like after like game 5 or 6. And he stepped in, and then obviously he played very well. So they kept him. Like, they're like, yo,
so he's been the QB since fuck it.
So this year was his first full year as a starter. So let's keep that in mind again. First full year as a starter, right? Second year in the league. Come on, man. Let's give the guy a break, bro. Like, and y'all know, again, I'm the biggest hater of all time. If I could sit here and be like, nah, he's trash. But listen, man, he plays well, and he has the weapons. Like, he has the best left tackle in the game, and he has a great coach. So why would I be mad at him? He has weapons. Like, yeah, every team wants those weapons. People are mad at him for having weapons, and I'm sure everybody out there like, damn, I wish I had a Debo. I wish I had McCaffrey. Yeah, cool. Come on, man. Like, we all know how it is. All right, so don't get mad at the guy. He had a bad game against the Packers, but then again, the Packers blew out the number 2 seeded Cowboys at Dallas. So it's not like the Packers are scrubs, and all of a sudden people were like, oh, he played bad against the Packers. Yeah, he had a bad game, but guess what? I think football, as a quarterback, when you're playing a game, it's about the moments. That game-winning drive, he went down the field, and he put the points up on the board, all right? So when it mattered most, he pulled through. He pulled through. So let's not say he didn't. Again, I'm going to give him a break. He was coming off a bye week because they were number 1 seed. coming off a bye week. There's a lot of things in there that I can keep going. And like again, I'm not trying to make excuses for the kid, but let's pump the brakes a little bit. Let's see how he plays against the Lions. All right, Lions are coming to town. And I think them being a 7-point favorite is a little bit of a reach, in my opinion. I think they should only be favored by like 3 points because I think the Lions are going to come prepared. And I think they're going to give them a good game. If I had to pick right now, I would go with the underdog plus 7 Lions. So if you know, but that's me picking the spread for the Lions, right? But outright winner, I think the Niners pulled off, man. I think I agree with Harry on that one. I think Niners pulled off. As much as I'd love to see Detroit go to the Super Bowl and see a Ravens and Lions game, I think the Niners are just too good. They have the weapons. Oh, let's not forget to mention George Kittle as their tight end.
Oh yeah.
That guy's your fourth option for guys.
Yeah, he's your fourth option. And Brendan Ayuk. Let's not act like Brendan Ayuk isn't a stud receiver. You know, like it's like these names get lost in the sauce because
that's what I'm saying is that guy has to just play decent for them to win. And if he plays great, there's no team has a shot, bro.
Brock Purdy just can't turn the ball over. If he doesn't turn the ball over, they're gonna win. They're gonna win. So yeah, that's my little.
Even if he does turn the ball over, you know, just play a clean late game, and you should still have it too.
Yeah, that's it. Let McCaffrey carry you, bro.
You know what's crazy, Kareem? So I went while you went on your little spiel. I looked up Peyton Manning's stats in his last year. Dog, the Denver Broncos defense was like that, bro.
Yeah,
because Peyton, no. Because this stat is nuts. When I just looked this up, I was like, that defense had to be ridiculous.
Didn't they have more?
I remember them being good, but the fact
that
the
defense have more TDs,
Super Bowl, and that man threw 9 touchdowns all season with 17 interceptions. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, so you rather have that Peyton Manning than Brock Purdy? Say that again.
I don't remember him playing that bad, bro.
I don't either, but
I know my football, bro. I know what I was watching.
God damn. Yo, give me a break. That was 10 years ago that he retired, okay?
That was a give me for him, bro. He was gifted that shit.
Of course, because bro, I don't think there's a quarterback in history that's ever had those type of stats and made it to the Super Bowl.
Exactly. Let's not forget, it's Peyton Manning's trajectory. Like obviously he got his first year in Denver. He broke the record for most touchdown passes in the season.
55 and 10.
Yeah, and then his third year in Denver, it went like this. So like that.
Yeah, he went 55 and 10, 33 and something, and then it fell off.
Yeah, 9 touchdowns, 17 interceptions.
That boy said, "I'm going out with a ring." That's it.
Yeah. And then again, the defense pulled through. So again, y'all would not take Peyton Manning's last year over Brock Purdy.
No, you're right.
I'm gonna take that back. That was foul.
Come on now.
I don't remember it being that bad either, honestly.
Yeah, y'all can't be doubting me, bro. I know my shit. But yeah, man. So it's gonna be it's gonna be some good games, bro. So if you guys don't have anything else, and last thoughts for the games this weekend.
Any thoughts?
No, I mean we're good to go. I see Alyssa getting antsy there. She's ready for the good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I know. She's ready for the controversial shit. But all right, man. Without further ado, let's move on to the next one, man. This week, I'm scrolling through Instagram and I see something very interesting, and yeah, I'm just gonna pull it up for you guys and let y'all read it and let me know what you think. Right. So this is from a female. She posted this on her Instagram. So my question is, guys, is fair or foul? Y'all let me know. So I'll go ahead and just kind of read along with y'all. So man's pulled up in the DM, says, "Do you still have a man?" She said, "Negative." He said, "Okay, we should get dinner when you get back from vacation." And from what I'm reading right here, she left him unread the first time. He sends another one. "What's your number?" Doesn't respond, and then sends a little eye emoji. I guess thinking that, let me try 3 times, maybe she'll respond. And then and he got hit with the "you will never get another chance with me again. Remember years ago when you used to stand me up all the time and use me? I'm gonna make you stand on that. And by the way, your dick too small for you to be acting like that." And then she wants to follow up with a little comment right here. "Fumbling me is the worst thing you can do, I promise." So with that being said, what are y'all thoughts? And then right here, I want Alyssa as our female guest to go first here. So the question is, fair or foul? Let me know.
I don't know. I think it's foul. I personally would never post something like that on social media. I think one, because I have a boyfriend, but also at the same time, it takes a specific kind of woman to screenshot something like that and then post that on her whole story for everyone to see. Because at the end of the day, I know every guy, especially everyone in this podcast, would be like, I would just say, I still hit though. So I don't know. I think when you take it public, you're gonna take a bigger L in everyone's like DMs that's talking about you than the W's that you think you're clocking by being like a big woman. I don't know.
Yo. Oh man. Oh, go ahead, Orwell. What you got?
No, but she's right. He probably was thinking like old reliable, like I still hit. Like don't get me wrong, like what she did was fair, but I don't think she did herself justice by posting it because one, she admitted that he used her. So he got what he wanted. I don't think he looked at that message and was like, damn, like, let me go think about my choices. And two, like, nobody can see this, but like, no offense to all the women out there with children, but she's a single mom. Like, I don't think he was really trying to take that shit serious anyway. Like, it is what it is. Like, I respect all the single moms out there. It might have not been your choice, but should have made a better decision on who to have a kid with.
So just so we're clear, we're going off the assumption that he did hit in the past, right? Because if you're reading the message correctly, she said you used me. So we're all gonna assume that he's hit in the past.
Yeah.
Well, and that's not even what gave me that hint. The fact that she commented on his dick,
exactly. There you go. The comment about his dick being too small. That's how you know too. That gives it away.
Guys, let's be real. So a lot of girls will just throw that out there just to try to hurt your feelings, even if they've never seen your dick. They're like, "Oh, your dick too small." Like like we've seen it.
Weird for her to.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, she's
dick is too small. That's way too specific. Because if he was weird and like he had taken her out or whatever, like what else would he have used you for if you're a single mom then?
Yeah,
exactly.
Not for play dates, so.
No, yeah, and that's where I kind of stand. Just to kind of add a little bit from what you guys said is, it's like she act like she's got a dub when in fact he got the dub. He got the job finished. I mean, and at the end of the day, what, you think things are going to change? You think he's hitting her up to take her seriously now? No, he's just going to keep playing the game, and he's already played before. And
he already won with her. He's good to go.
And from the context clues, he already hit it. So it's like the job is finished, like Orville said. So who won here? You know what I'm saying? She posted that shit and made herself look like a goddamn clown.
Yeah.
I would have kept my fierceness
in
my inbox. I
she
would
should
not
have
have
just
posted that.
either replied and not posted it, or just not replied and just kept it moving. Don't even give those type of people your energy, bro. Like, that's all. Just act like they don't exist.
That's true too.
Fact.
Yeah, so, I mean, she showed he won by just posting that in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean, shows you the kind of girl she is with her responses. Because that is true. I didn't think about that. That like, if you weren't into him, then you should have just not responded. Like, if you're the bigger person, then don't respond.
Yeah, like if you weren't hurt by what happened even a little bit, like that shit shouldn't even have been a response.
Yeah, she was entertaining it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and like you said, Alyssa, it shows what kind of person she is. But God forbid, don't fumble her. Don't fumble her.
No. So I think I like what Orville said. Fair with the response, foul with the post, with the story. I agree with that. I didn't even think about that until now. So I agree with that, man. I think, and obviously Alyssa said it too, you made yourself look stupider by posting that. Because again, now every guy's looking at it like, bro, my man's hit. Like I don't think he was looking for anything else besides that.
My man read that message and was like, a win is a win.
Yeah, he's like, I'll take my dub and walk away peacefully, right? And then I'm wondering, I'm like, when she posted that, did he see the story?
Yeah, I wonder if she like posted it for like the whole public, or she posted it on her close friends for only like a specific amount of people.
No, it was public. It was public.
Oh,
it was everybody.
Whatever.
So unless she unfollowed him and removed him, like that way he couldn't see. But yeah, I mean, my thing is, why do women think that's okay, man? Because let's say the roles were reversed and a guy did that and put a girl on blast on their story. That man will get eaten alive, bro. Get canceled, Instagram banned, the whole nine. So why is it when women do it, people are like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, what's with the double standard? Like, I really want to know because I don't have the answer myself.
everything's a double standard. No offense when it comes to women. Shit's catered to them, bro.
Yeah,
it is, but I mean they can get mad at what we're saying, but in everything it shows, bro, in everything.
Right. It's like for men,
they get a slap on the wrist for the same shit that like motherfuckers go to jail for. Like,
yeah, because let's be real, because for men we're labeled as shallow assholes or whatever like that because we have preferences in women. But then when women have preferences in men, i.e., oh, he got to be tall, he got to make 6 figures, he got to, I got a big dick, gotta drive a Lambo, got to have all these traits. Like nobody blinks an eye. They'll be like, oh, okay, that's a preference. You do what you want what you want. But if a man goes, I don't want a fat girl because I that's not my thing. Oh my God, like, yo, you're such an asshole. Like, why? They don't deserve a chance. They deserve love too. What? Like, damn. So you go give them love then, because that's not my thing.
Yeah, bro. They deserve love, just not from me.
Yeah, just not for me. I'm sure there's somebody out there for them that's gonna love them a fat girl, but it ain't gonna be me. So it's like,
sure there's plenty of Darrens out there in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like,
relax. Oh, shout out to my boy Darren.
He's committed now. He's committed now. So
he's a changed man, bro. He's a changed man.
So no shade on him towards that. But
soon we'll have him on the pod wearing that same exact hat that Kareem has on. You feel me?
Yes, sir. You feel me, Dad gang. Yeah. He's expecting pretty soon. So good luck to both of them. But yeah, man. So it's one of those things where I'm looking at it. I saw that and I was like, why? Like, what was the point of that? Like, what were you trying to get across? Like, what? Like by reposting that for the world to see? Like, were you trying to get other men in your DM? Because let's be honest, guys. How many men do y'all think slid in their DM because of that?
Not many. If I was a guy, I would not find that attractive that a girl who's out here trying to attract men is posting that she was ran through by some guy in her DMs multiple times because she said you used me a bunch of times. You let him smash and you knew he was a loser.
I don't know if Kareem means in that sense. Maybe they were just sliding him in like, yo, that's fucked up type shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Because let's be real, they were trying to play. Most of these dudes probably try to play the game like, oh damn, that's my opportunity now. While she's upset, I'm gonna stand there and be like, damn, that's messed up, girl. Exactly. I wouldn't fumble you. Like, I'm sure like a few dudes probably did that and she was probably like eating it up. And that's probably one of the reasons why she posted, because she clearly wanted the attention. And I'm sure she got that because I mean, with the fact that we're even talking about it is she got the attention.
Listen, no girl like that is going to post anything not to get a response from like the public.
100%.
Yeah. But then do you want to, like, for the guys that are in her DMs, would you, or I guess like you guys, would you want to involve yourself with a girl like that? Because if she's posting that kind of stuff on Instagram personally, because I think many girls are willing to admit it. If a girl's posting stuff like that, she's probably insecure. She's not in a good spot right now. That's the thing. She's entertaining guys.
Like for the guys that are going to entertain it, they don't care about none of that because they're just trying to get the job done. Yeah, that's what it is.
They got one thing in mind. One thing in mind.
That's all it is. Everybody knows not to take somebody like that serious, and if you don't, then you got some different thoughts to be going through your mind because.
Matter of fact, a lot of dudes are probably like, fuck it. If I get to hit and I end up on the next story like that, he's like, I'm good. I'll take it. Because if
it happens more than once, she's the common denominator.
And we're already talking about it. At the end of the day, the guy he made it onto her story, but it's a dub for him. So if anybody wants to roll through and do the same thing, it's gonna be a dub for them too, bro.
That's my point. My point exactly, Harry. Thank you. My point exactly.
Yeah. I mean, bro, if she comes off as easy and I think I have a shot with her, even if she did post something like that, yeah, I'm gonna go in there and get her when she's most vulnerable and get the job done. You feel me?
Yeah. She's hitting the men with the thank you come again.
It definitely brought negative attention. It wasn't the attention that I think she was looking for. Let's just put it that way. And I don't think it will happen.
I wonder if anybody responded to this like, oh, you thought you were doing something by this? Like, he got what he wanted. Like, I wonder if anybody really let her know that.
I'm sure if they did. She was like, I don't know who you think you are coming.
Oh yeah, block. You do that, you're blocked instantly, my guy. You're gone.
She would respond to you and then block you so that you can't say anything back.
Yeah.
Hopefully, at this point, she realized that all attention doesn't come equal. Like there is bad attention. You know what I'm saying? That definitely wasn't it. Even though she wanted to make it seem like it was.
I agree, man. But anyways, I'm gonna pass it on to Harry on this next topic. This is something I think we've talked about a lot, but you never got a chance to get on the pod. But you know, without further ado, Harry, the floor is yours, my man.
All right, cool. So I mean, we're gonna keep the ball rolling here, and I do have a video to show you guys, but I think I'm gonna ask the question. I'm gonna let you guys roll through your responses and then kind of show it at the end, if that's cool. The next topic we have here to discuss is: does cosmetic surgery lower or raise a woman's value? You know, considering we go in clockwise, it looks like Alyssa's first.
I think things done in moderation are nice. I think it lowers a woman's value when it gets to the like excessive side. So, for example, if a girl wants to, you know, change her boobs after having kids and she gets a breast job or like a breast augmentation, I think that's fine because she's doing something like it's a small change. It's when it comes to BBLs that look like an ant, you know, like butt implants that you can like flip and see the other side of the implant, boobs that are busting out the seams, little itty bitty waist. I mean, I'm jealous, yeah, but I don't think I could ever do something like that and post on social media without immediately men like sexualizing you. So in a way, it lowers your value to, I think, the man you're trying to find, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, that's well said.
But she could in the bag, so I don't know.
Okay. What you got, Orville?
I'm gonna agree. Like, if it's needed, then by all means. But like, you know, if you're just taking a shortcut just because it's the trend or because you don't want to make it to the gym or you're too lazy, like that just says more about you than it does about anything else. So, like, if you're too lazy to go to the gym and you're just gonna go ahead and get cosmetic surgery, like that shit's not gonna last because you're not even like, one, you don't want to hit the gym, so you can't even maintain after you get all this shit done. And two, like, it all depends on, like I said, like why you're doing it. Cause like if it's needed, you know, later down the road when you're done having kids or whatever, and you want to get a lift here or there, by all means. But if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, just to get attention and shit, like, of course that lowers your value because then no guy's gonna take you serious. They're thinking you're just out to like get attention. They'll give you that attention, but they'll never give you the attention that most women want these days, which is to be taken serious.
Yeah, you're just going to be sexualized.
Exactly. You're just going to be sexualized. You're just going to be, they're there to play with you, but that's it. At the end of the day, you're not going home with them. They're not introducing you to their family. Like, bro, if I bring one of those girls home, mom's going to look at me like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
yes, you will.
Yeah.
Facts. That was very well said, and you know we'll get into that when I show you the video on the side because that was kind of like pretty much spot on. But what you got for me, Kareem?
I mean, my sense on that is, man, I think if it's necessary to the point where because let's be real, man. After you have kids, obviously, like your breasts, like they can't just go back to what they were, right? So that you can't work out. Like it's not something you could just go to the gym and work out and your breasts come back to be what they used to be. So if it's something like that where you just kind of want to get them back to what they were and you're done having kids and you're like, yo, I just want to look good for my husband or my man's or whatever like that, I have no issue with that whatsoever, man. But like Alyssa said earlier, is the extra shit, like the double D's, triple D's, or whatever like that, is the BBLs, not because BBLs are like the thing nowadays that everybody wants to do, and they probably should stop because they're going to see the wrong fucking people because them shits are trash. I have yet to see a BBL that I'm like, oh, damn, that's a good surgeon, because every one of them are dog shit because your thighs are this big, and then meanwhile you got ass this wide. It don't match, man. Yeah, it doesn't match. So it's very obvious. It looks terrible. And again, as a man, we're not taking you seriously. And some men might find that attractive. I personally don't. I think that's just ugly. But even the men that find it attractive, they're not taking you home to moms. You know, they're not wanting to have kids with you because they're not wanting to set that example for their kids and be like, oh, like look at my mom, like nah, ain't nobody trying to see that, you know. But yeah, so I think those are the ones where when it becomes excessive. That's where I kind of draw the line, and I say yes, it lowers a woman's value, and it kind of puts you like in the dating marketplace. It puts you like at the bottom of the barrel because no man's really gonna want to take you seriously. At that point, like I always say, recreational use only. You're gonna sit in that category, and that might be for the rest of your life. So, I mean, that's my take on it. Y'all might hate it, you know, agree, disagree, you know, it don't matter, man. But that's my personal opinion on that.
And it's funny because like they tell you that they don't do it for guys, but some of them definitely do, bro.
No,
Who else do you do it for, bro?
And I can say a lot of girls, you may not like. Obviously, I think it comes from a point of like looking in the mirror and not being happy with what you see. I definitely think that's where it starts. But I think once women like see themselves after a surgery like that and they see the attention that they get from men, of course, that's going to make you feel good that guys are like, oh my gosh, you're so attractive, or like, I think you're so sexy, blah, 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 blah. So it's definitely attention from guys.
Yeah.
But, right. That's cool and all. But what is the end goal? Is the end goal for you to get wiped up? Or is the end goal for just letting every dude smash and then they go on their way? Because let's be real, I think
tell you, I want a man, but at the same time, you're telling me that I can't have a man and still have a triple XL size booty.
No, because
it's not even like I don't even think it's about that. It's just like you can get the procedure done if you want to, but it's just how you carry yourself after. Like some women live a very modest life and then they get a BBL and they go out dressing the sluttiest way, and I'm just like, we all know why you did it.
Yeah.
We all know.
Like
if you get it done for you, you're gonna go back home and live the same way you were living before. Very modest. Yeah. It's just for your eyes or for your partner's eyes. But come on now. Like,
you're gonna wear conservative clothing to cover it up. You're not gonna be out there.
If you're into like that type of woman, then by all means. But never in my life would I look at a girl who's fucking has like a mini skirt on and her boobs all out, and I'm like, that's the girl I want to take home. Like never in my life.
Right, because going back to it, any man who has respect for himself and respect for his family is not going to bring a girl like that home, man. Because at the end of the day, every man, you know, when they want a wifey, they want someone like basically like I mean, I think for the most part, they want someone that kind of mirrors their mom, right? Because most of our moms, obviously, they're very conservative. They grew up in an era where that wasn't a thing. You know, they have respect for themselves, like they don't put themselves out there. So a lot of men are looking for something like that. You know, I want my wife, you know, to be someone that my kids can look up to, especially my daughters. You know, daughters can look up to and be like, oh, I want to be like mommy. That's an example that she's going to set for my children and for my daughter to be like her mom. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's exactly what I want for my kids. But if you have a daughter with this woman and then she's out there putting herself out there like that, what do you think when your daughter turns 12, 13, what is she seeing? She's like, oh, well, I mean, my mom dresses like that, so why not? You know, why can't I do it?
And because, you know, there's people that would look at that and be like, what's wrong with that?
Right. And it's crazy to me.
Because when your kid goes to school, like maybe not for like girls so much, because I don't think in schools people would say something to a girl about her mom, but like imagine your son going to school and like all his like kids or people in school are hypersexualizing his mom. Like, bro, you see your mom's OnlyFans right now? Like, you see your mom's body? That's so awkward. And you don't want your kids to have access to the internet 10 years from now to see like, let's say OnlyFans, like you get a BBL, now you're doing OnlyFans and your kids have access to that, or on your Twitter or Instagram, you in a doggy pose on the beach with your big old BBL out. No.
Yeah, I agree 100%. What are your thoughts, Harry?
No, I mean, I think you guys hit it right on the head. So to kind of touch on Orville's point, when he said about like, you know, if you did it for yourself and you went and got a BBL and, you know, you dressed modestly, that's one thing. But no, in the history of BBLs, no one gets a BBL to dress modestly. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the problem lies, is like you dress all hoey and whatnot, and you have all this attention that they think it's good. But again, it goes back to not having the right attention, because that's not good attention. That tells me a lot that I need to know about you, and it's not positive at all. I mean, you dress like that and you get a BBL, it's pretty bad in the sense of you're sexualizing yourself already. So of course men are gonna not take you seriously. So I don't get how you're surprised by that. You know what I'm saying? And I'll always take someone that dresses very sexy without having to show all those parts, because I like to have something like left for the imagination. I think that's kind of left in the past, because in
no longer a thing.
In old times, like we didn't have all this ass that we could just scroll on social media and find. Like you had to put in some serious work when it comes to game to even get one of these explicit pictures from these girls. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, leave something for the imagination, ladies and gentlemen. Like, you're a guy that wants to take you seriously. He doesn't want all your goodies being shown to the rest of the world, because that should be just for his eyes. So yeah, they're going to give you the attention. You're going to think it's good attention, but at the end of the day, they're going to get what they want. They're going to smash, and they're going to go back to that modest girl. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So, I mean, I think all in all, I think it kind of lowers your value in most situations. You know what I'm saying? Especially since we speak kind of in generalities here. So I mean, I don't think many guys will feel different in terms of that is concerned, unless you're into sluts, I guess, which I hope not many of you are.
I mean, if a man respects himself, that's not going to be his thing. I mean, unless you're just a low value male and you just don't care. I mean, there are some losers out there. Let's not. You know, there's some losers out there that with money that will go out and pick up these girls and treat them like they're a queen and you know, have them become the mother of their child. So
you want to know why, right? You want to know why, right?
Why is that?
Because they have all the money in the world, but they're still a fucking loser, so they don't have the options that another guy has.
Yeah, exactly.
If you have options, there's no reason for you.
They can't bag a woman and keep a woman if they don't flash off their money. That's what it is. Like Harry said, they're a fucking loser.
Yeah, because you have all the money in the world. That doesn't change that you're a fucking dweeb.
Oh, exactly. For sure. 100%. 100%. If you're a dweeb, you're a dweeb. Money or not, you're a fucking dweeb. So if that's the thing that you're gonna go, you know, you want to go have kids. Well, I mean, hey, whatever, to each your own, man. But like you said, we're speaking in generalities, and most, you know, high value men, you know, that do have respect for themselves and respect their mothers and their fathers and their families, you know, they're not gonna bring you know, a girl like that home. So at the end of the day, that's an end goal, I think, for everyone, is, you know, to have a wife, you know, kids and a family and yada yada. You know, not so much in 2024 anymore, but I would still like to think that at least our generation, you know, that's what we want, right? And that's what we kind of aim for. But with that being said, Harry, run the clip.
The BBL does not make you in another league. It actually brings you down now.
Some men love it though.
No, we love to play with it. I call them rentals. You're like a rental car. You go out to Miami, you rent that Lamb, you rent that Ferrari. The shit you can't drive at home. It's fun to drive out there, but now I'm not paying for this. This shit going back to the rental office when I'm done with it. That's what we do with BBL. But we're not taking that to the parent-teacher conference, walking in ass big as this table. Yeah. Like, come on, like, let's stop playing for real. Y'all confuse a man's sexual attention with what he wants as a wife and as an example for his kids, as a mother. Because automatically we know your mind is the point where you risked your life for a bigger ass for attention. You just risked your life for a bigger ass for us to say, damn, I wonder what that should look like when I'm hitting from the back. She invested $10K in her body and $0 in her brain. Going to the gym, that is a real investment, because as you're working out and building your body instead of buying it, that's going to build character. That's going to enhance you as a woman. Those women are the women that deserve to get all their bills paid.
Huge facts.
After seeing that video, any more thoughts? What do you think, Alyssa?
I think, personally, as a lazy woman who does not want to go to the gym, if me and your brother ever have kids, I'm a def hit that mommy makeover. Okay. I think I definitely would. But I think it's only because I feel like, I don't know how big y'all were as babies, but I'm absolutely terrified that my body would be ripped to shreds. And I think a little mommy makeover could.
I mean, that's not really an issue. And sometimes people get these like makeovers done to give them a boost to like go to the gym and then maintain, like whatever you need to get your ass in the gym and like give you that little push. Then okay. So
would you be? I'm curious, Alyssa. You said that. Would you be willing to try the gym before going down that route of getting a mommy makeover?
I'm somebody who doesn't like going by myself because I don't know what to do, and I don't have enough like push in me to follow like a fitness content creator and follow their workout routine. It's not me.
And then the few times she does come to the gym with me, I push her, and then she's like, "My arms hurt."
Okay, but then we're the next day.
She's out here doing 15 reps for 3 sets, talking about I can't go heavier.
with donuts.
Bruh.
He's there like, yes, you can. Stop saying you can't.
She starts to struggle just a little bit, and she's just like, I can't go.
The whole gym thing with a lot of girls.
I'm not talking about that.
With a lot of girls is that they like you guys don't need to do a lot in the gym. Just do some cardio and do some booty shit and like that's it. Like you don't need to do all the upper body bullshit.
Yeah, you don't need the upper body, bro.
That you don't even need to go to the gym for. You can use your own body weight.
That's what I'm saying. Go for a run. Like you don't need the gym.
I will look up workouts
because I'm going to DR and I want to get right for DR.
When is DR?
And don't get me wrong. If by all means you're looking like to have one of those ridiculous booties, of course you're gonna have to like squat and do all that crazy shit. But I mean, like in general, for a woman to stay in pretty good shape, like
it doesn't take much.
It doesn't take much, bro.
It doesn't take much. And also obviously you got to watch your eating habits as well, because obviously with women you have a slower metabolism than we do, so you can't be eating the same shit Orville was eating, right? So I mean, obviously that's something you got to keep in mind when it comes to diet and exercise. I think for women it's more important for the diet, because as guys we can get away with a lot. I can eat like a fucking pig and I can go to the gym tomorrow and then lose all that and get rid of all that because my metabolism is so damn fast. And I'm able to just gain and lose weight so quick because I'm a male. And it's just genetics, right? I'm not saying I'm superior or anything like that. That's just the way we're built. It's just genetics, right? So we're lucky like that. So for women, it's just just watch what you're eating. And obviously, like Harry said, cardio, couple squats here and there, nothing crazy. You ain't got to put 2 plates on the bar and fucking squat like damn, you don't need to be squatting more than me.
You got to squat.
Okay, but that's Orville. Orville's like the bar. You could do the bar in a 45 on each side. Come on.
No.
Hold on. You've never squatted.
You expect me to go to the gym one time and
bloop, bro. She's such an exaggerator, bro.
I'm not exaggerating.
She's hitting 2 caddies on each side and going, lightweight, baby.
Damn, bro.
The part where Kareem was talking about like watching what you eat, all I think about is the White Chicks scene where he goes to eat with Terry Crews and he's like, perhaps a salad, and she's like, perhaps not.
What did she say? Let me get the onion rings smothered in garlic.
I get it. Food is life, bro. Food is delicious. I mean, especially you guys living in South Florida, like there's so many the abundance of food down there and like all the options you get. I get it, man, but you got to be disciplined, man. It's all when it comes to being in shape, it's your health. Like just think about long term, because it does come down the road when you don't exercise, you don't eat well. It comes a time when your body slows down, your metabolism slows down a lot, and you start coming up with these health risks. Like I don't want to start naming them, but there's a few out there that you always got to be concerned about, especially if it runs in the family, if it's hereditary. So just I'm no personal trainer by any means. Harry is Harry's certified. So he could probably talk on that a little bit more.
Harry's a certified fucking vacuum right now, okay? That's what he is. Sees food and eats it. That's what he does right now.
Hey, but he's disciplined. That's the thing about Harry, though. He's disciplined.
For sure. That's why he can do that though, because he'll get his ass to the gym and fucking work that shit off.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, my man did a show, and that how much discipline that takes. He was eating.
But I'm talking about what came after the show. That motherfucker ate everything and anything that was in front of him, dog.
I mean,
he could put a fucking turd with syrup on it, and he was gonna eat it and be like, "Dog, I've been missing this."
Bro, my man was going to a restaurant and ordering 2 meals just for him.
Yeah, bro, it was bad.
Everywhere we went.
Let me put the other plate in front of you, and then you just sit in front of it. Okay, but when we're done, give it back.
And God forbid that motherfucker fart around you, bro. Like it's an atomic bomb.
Oh, bro, let's not get started on that one. My man booty hole loose as hell, dog.
Hey, don't get me wrong, so is mine, but my shit don't be stinking like him, bro.
What? How did we get to this?
Like a week ago.
She's lying, bro.
Orville farts and thinks it doesn't stink, and then when I smell it, and I'm like, really, bro? He goes, what? You expect me to hold it?
No, dead ass, bro. She makes the same fucking thing every time I fart, and it like 1 out of the fucking 50 that I've thrown today smells, and she's like, She's like, Orville, and I'm like, what? It's a fucking fart. Like, it's gonna smell, and if it doesn't, good. But like, she gives me the same face every time. Like, you know what time it is. If you want to sit there and like bask in the fucking smell, that's on you.
Hey, you got to hit it with that Dutch oven, bro, right under the covers.
Nah, I don't even Dutch oven her. But if we're in the covers together and I fart, bro, it just kind of like sneaks up on her, and she gives me the look, and I was like, yep.
Because you know what it smells like? It smells like Baduzzi, and I don't want to smell that.
Oh, what smells like what?
Baduzzi.
What in the
world?
Pussy? Wow. Wow. Okay.
You ever heard that?
No.
Yeah, bro.
Baduzzi?
Baduzzi.
Well, on that note, guys, we're gonna go ahead and roll over to that next topic, man. So yeah, so next one, man. You know, the year is 2024, guys. We live in a weird generation at this point. You know, we're millennials. The other day, somebody was like, "Yo, millennials, they look younger than they've ever been. Like for our age, we look so young, and then Gen Zers, they look like they're like twice their age."
Yeah.
And then now when he said that, bro, I started thinking about it. I'm like, damn, like he got a point, bro. Because when we were growing up, you know, we were looking at 30-year-olds and we're like, damn, the motherfuckers are old. Like they look old. And then now we're 32, 33. And I'm like, oh, like I don't think any of us look our age, you know? So yeah. So again, and what's crazy is this man went ahead and he said the reason why Gen Zers look the way they look is because of stress. Because they're stressed out. So what about us millennials? Like, what the hell? Did we not live through the hardest
stress in our lives, bro?
I mean, I don't know. We can't say I don't stress. My white hairs would like to have a few words.
Yeah, he said my white hair says otherwise. So I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
I found one's growing into my beard, so that shit's starting to trickle down, bro.
Yeah. So I mean,
I'm a Gen Z and I don't look old.
Wait, what year were
Gen Z? But I feel like
I was
Gen
born
Z
in
is
97.
I feel like
so you're at the cusp. She's actually at the cusp of the millennial Gen Z. So I think when we're talking Gen Zers, we're talking about more 2000s. Like once you start getting
in my opinion, it's like 2000 and on.
Yeah, 2000 and on. If you're 90s, yeah, you're technically a 90s baby. Yeah. So I would say
I'd be seeing these jits walking around with the like, you know how we got the prison tat with the 1993.
Yeah,
like 2000 or 2002. I'm like, what the fuck? That looks so weird.
So weird, bro. I'm like, bro, what are you proud of? Damn, like I wouldn't be proud to be born in that era, to be honest. Like we were the last generation, the 90s kids. Like we were the last generation to be playing outside and not have a cell phone and electronics, bro. Only electronics we had was a Nintendo 64.
We had the best of both worlds.
007 type shit, right? So we're the ones that brought in the internet age and like all that stuff. So like all that shit was new to us, man. So I think we were lucky being that last generation, bro. And there will never be another one like it. But with that being said, what I was trying to get at, man, kind of going off topic a little bit. So with that, you know, a lot of our single friends, and we all have mutual friends here. A lot of our single friends are having issues in a dating marketplace. You know, they can't find people, because people, you know, nowadays, you know, if you ain't got 1 million Instagram followers and if you ain't riding a Lamborghini, like, you know, you're not that guy. So with that being said, a lot of these women, they still want, they still want the house, they want the marriage, the husband, the kids, However, these women are extremely picky on who they want, right? And there's nothing wrong being picky, but damn, like at a certain point, you're gonna be looking at you're 39 years old, living by yourself, and you got 8 cats in your house, and you're lonely, right? So that being said, in 2024, will women lower their standards and find them a good man?
I do think women need to lower their standards.
No.
Will they? That's a question. Will they lower the standards in 2024?
No. Like, that's not gonna happen. There was the whole like epidemic on TikTok about the guy who took the girl out on a date and he took her to cheesecake, and as soon as he pulled up, she was like, I'm not effing eating here. We can go somewhere else. But that she is better than Cheesecake Factory, which made me cackle because we've had so many times where we're boycotting now, but where we went to McDonald's like a bunch of times, and that was just like our date night, like not doing anything, getting McDonald's and hanging out. And I feel like if you think that you're better than hanging out with someone and just getting like fast food or hanging out at someone's house, how do you like, what do you think your married life is going to be like?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're the girl that you're taking on a date, you pull up to cheesecake and she has a problem with it, take her home right away, my brother, because you dodged a bullet with that one. You do not want to take that girl seriously. The problems that are coming ahead are a lot, brother.
This was many years ago, but I remember having a conversation with this one girl, and like I wasn't talking to her, but we were just kind of like friends. She was like, "Oh yeah, like on a first date, I would love for a guy to take me to Ruth Chris," and I was like, "Bitch,
what the fuck?"
Yeah, dog, and I was like, "Get the fuck out of here, bro."
Oh, what does she think this is? She's gonna date an NFL player, NBA player, like. Bro, like, do these women not understand like the average dude that you're dealing with out there? If you're average chick, bro, unless you're like a supermodel or actress or whatever like that, if you're an average chick, dog, and you're just going to school, like you got a normal job, blah, blah, what kind of men do y'all think y'all dealing with out here? Like, do y'all really
raise their standards 2024?
Was that?
Men need to raise their standards 2024.
Man,
I took Orville to a very nice restaurant. For what was it? I think your birthday?
For the one in West Palm?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the relationship was already established at that point, correct?
Oh, no, yeah. That's different.
I mean, yeah, but there's women who are still in relationships that are like,
listen,
man needs to do this.
Listen, like 4 months into dating, I took Alyssa to go see Bad Bunny. So
that's a big one. I mean, that's huge, bro.
Yeah, but then 4 months into us dating, I got you $120 sneakers for your birthday, and I got you other stuff too.
I mean, and I returned the favor. But what I'm trying to say is that, like, there's
but what was y'all's first date, Orville?
We went to Earl's.
We went to Earl's,
and we went to
Dayland.
We went to
a fucking arcade, bro. Like,
yeah, we went to like
I don't know,
a retro arcade.
I don't know what it is about people wanting to go to a fancy restaurant, bro. Like, give me a fucking fun date. I feel like that's how you really break out.
Mini golf.
Yeah, like something to get, like, not necessarily competitive, but like I feel like when you do something fun,
you loosen up.
Shows you the other person like who they really are.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You get to see their personality come out because over dinner, I think a lot of people are still very nervous and like they have a wall up, and then it's very casual conversations. But I think you're right, Orville. You bring him to like a mini golf, have a little competition. Then you see that person open up a little bit. The nerves, kind of go away.
A lot, and that's another thing that's like going like none of these women want to do nowadays. Like I've seen videos like, oh, like I don't want to go to fucking Dave and Buster's on a date, and I was like, what?
I'm saying all the dates we've been on.
Bro, I'll go to Dave and Buster's and bust your ass on the fucking.
on a hoop, yeah, man.
It's because people don't know how to have like fun anymore. Women don't know how to just like have fun, and like even if a guy is saying, hey, let's go, like the arcade that we went to, I think that's a great first date. It's like this super retro arcade in Kendall. It's a hole in the wall, but like it was a lot of fun. And I think it's something that, would you rather go to the movies with a guy where you're not going to be able to talk the whole night and not get to know him at all, or go to a super fancy dinner where you're not going to feel that comfortable, or just hang out and get to know someone? Are you trying to date him or steal his bank account information? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, fancy dinners, I think are super necessary, in my opinion, because let's say it goes nowhere, man. It's like money down the drain for what?
Half the time, women, when they say that they want a fancy dinner, they just trying to get a quick meal, bro.
Yeah, like a free meal, and then just for them to go in their group chats and be like, oh, I just went for this stupid dude, like
that dude serious. Oh, this guy fucking wined and dined me, but
yeah, what a clown! Like, and then come on, man, like a lot of these chicks, the question says, will women lower their standards in 2024? I'm gonna say no, they won't lower their standards. Should they? You damn right they should. Right? Like they need to understand, like they really need to look at the statistics and the numbers that are out there and see what kind of men, like the majority of men that's available to them, like who these dudes are, man. These dudes are not making $100K a year, bro. Like that's not a thing. I don't care where you live. Like
not in this economy.
You said what?
Not in this economy.
No. Yeah, not in this economy. Yeah, not only that, but it's like, in any economy, like ain't no average guy making $100K a year, bro. Like, like the average guy is what, 5'8", 5'8", makes about 30 to 45K a year. And especially in South Florida, majority of the time, you'll see that, you see a lot of these guys, like they still live at home with their parents because they can't afford to move out. So it's like, again, like who do these women think they're dealing with? I think at the end of the day is what they need to realize. And if you really want to find your guy that's going to treat you right and that's going to be good to you, man, it's not going to be that dude that got money, because the dude that got money, he's going to do whatever the hell he wants. All right, and he might be like, okay, like I'll you could be my girl and all like that, but that doesn't mean that he's going to treat you right. So just a little food for thought, man. But Harry, what you got?
No, I mean, just to answer the question, will women lower their standards in 2024? I highly doubt it. But like you said, they should definitely consider lowering their standards, because, I mean, just lowering them a tad bit, like you said, will kind of open up, your potential matches, which could help you find your future partner and whatnot. And I think a big one for women is to kind of be open-minded, because they're kind of stuck in all their expectations that, they're not willing to give, be a little bit more flexible with it, because they don't understand their expectations usually are pretty ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think lowering their standards is necessary, but at the same time, they kind of have to find a balance to where they're not compromising their core values. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So don't lower them too much to where you're gonna end up with a piece of shit ass dude, because that's obviously nothing you want as well. But I think women just don't know how rare a guy is that makes $100K. A lot of these girls, they think 30% of the population is making fucking $100K, when in reality it's less than 6%. That's the whole population as a whole. So imagine just males in general. It goes down significantly. I mean, yeah, we could obviously go to a delusion calculator if you want to see that. I mean, when women are looking for all these crazy ass things, and in reality, your chances of finding that guy is like not even 1% usually. So I think lowering your standards is key to finding a man, and also being able to compromise on some of the things that you're expecting. Especially when at the end of the day, most of these girls that are expecting these high value men are average at best.
Well, women need to get rid of toxic. So a lot of people say that there's a lot of like toxic masculinity. There's a lot of like toxic femininity now that's happening with women, where like that whole girl boss movement and the whole like queen movement, where you can be all of those things, but you also still need to keep in mind you're not going to find a partner if you do not respect men. And women complain all the time about being like objectified and treated so bad, but I feel like now it's become like a culture where women are doing that to men, and then they're saying that they can't find anybody.
And look,
they're shitting on them all.
And that's actually a good point. The whole thing with like, the boss babe and, women that are CEOs and like don't really need a man to provide for them in that way. It's, that's cool. I have no problem with you, being a boss babe. But with that said and done, leave that type of attitude at your job site. Like, if you're able to be a boss babe but also submit to your man, that's one thing. But very few girls can do that when they're at that level.
They can't separate the two. They're not capable of separating the two.
Exactly. So that's the problem. I mean, it's not really the fact that they're a boss babe. It's the fact that they can't leave that shit at work.
Yeah, and I don't think that mindset is like going anywhere. This whole like women lower their standards, and it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. So
it's only going to get worse. All right, yeah, I know, man.
It's going to get worse, especially because of social media and all that bullshit, and people feeding into that BS. And like, a guy says out of pocket shit, they get canceled immediately. Fucking YouTube takes away their fucking monetizing rights, but women have like all these podcasts and all this shit, and they say whatever the fuck they want. And
they shit on men. They basically shit on men the whole time, bro.
And that's another one of what we were talking about earlier with the double standard. Like, they can go on wherever they want and talk shit about men and say whatever the fuck they want, but nobody ever bats an eye in that direction.
Exactly. And kind of something that I forgot to mention and whatnot. And I don't necessarily think that all women should lower their standards. I think, like Kareem touched on a little bit, age comes into play. So if you're young and you're still at your prime and you want to chase all these expectations, it's cool because you have time. But if you're in your mid 30s and you haven't been able to secure a man, there's a problem there. You know what I'm saying? So it's the fact that those expectations haven't been able to be met in all this time frame that you've been looking for a man. So what are you holding on to? What if it hasn't came already? What makes you think it's coming now? Like you're older. You don't even look as good as you did before. So why do you expect this man to come your way? You know what I'm saying? So I think it comes with age. If you're young and you're in your 20s, mid 20s, 28 around there, like, and you don't want to lower your standards, by all means, don't. Because if I'm in that position, I probably wouldn't either. But if I'm in my 30s and I haven't been able to secure a man, that's when I will really think about doing so, especially if you're a single mom. You know what I'm saying? If you have baggage attached to you, that just kind of lowers your chances even more about finding a partner. Because at the end of the day, you know, like, that's not every man's first choice.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors involved, man. Like Harry said, like that's a good point. You know, being a single mom, that's a huge that can be a huge issue for a lot of people, a lot of guys, man, because a lot of guys don't want to deal with that. It's not so much that they don't want to deal with you.
Which I feel like is at an all-time high right now.
Yeah, and it's not so much that the guy doesn't want to deal with you or your kid. I think it's more he's not trying to deal with the baby daddy drama. Like he's not trying to deal with another dude.
Probably, you know. I mean, there's guys out there that'll deal with a kid, but that's like
that's
nobody's first choice. If they're gonna,
no, of course not.
I know, but like,
is the other shit that it comes with though? Because
it's both. Because there's guys out there that'll say that I don't want to date somebody that has a child. One, because they're probably not ready for that, and two, they want to have a child of their own, and that's the child they want to focus on. And like, if they're gonna deal with the kid, it's gonna be one of their own.
And to keep it a buck, like you said, in most situations where a man ends up with a single mom, like you said, it's not their first choice. Why would they want that as their first choice? At that point, they're probably settling because they don't have the options that they want. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks to say, but those are the cold hard facts, unfortunately.
No, it's true. I mean, and if somebody is really going to sit there and argue that and say no, that's not true, like, come on, man. Like, again, that's being delusional. Because I think there are a lot of factors, like you said, when it comes to like the baggage, being a single mom, you know, being promiscuous, having a high body count. The list goes on and on and on. And it's like, as the older you get, obviously the more sexual partners you gain. You know, things happen in your life, and you know, you have a kid with another dude, or multiple kids, and then damn, like, it's like, again, you're not only you getting older, but you're doing these things that's lowering your value as a woman, and that, you know, a lot of these dudes are not going to want to put up with. They're just not going to want to deal with it. So yeah, they might want to sleep with you and have a little bit of fun, but at the end of the day, they're gonna be like, yo, okay, like on to the next one. Like now I need to go find my wife. I need to go find like the girl that's for me. Because unfortunately you're just not it. So, and again, like Harry said, that's just cold hard facts. Again, these are simply my opinions. I don't want nobody getting mad at me. Don't cancel me, nothing like that. I'm just kind of
gonna cancel him. His name is right there.
Damn, call me out like that. That's crazy.
And you know what? For me, like, I don't want to sit here and like shit on single moms, because for me the problem is not the fact that you're a single mom. It's the fact that being in a relationship with somebody, and you know, with their child, it's many women want the men that they're dating to you know, nurture the child or whatever the case may be, and take them as his own. But when it comes to certain things, they don't allow certain things because it's not their biological child, and I just can't take that shit. Like, if I don't have free range to do whatever, and I'm the man that you're taking in, like, to provide for you and all that, like, I want to be able to discipline the child, do everything. And unfortunately today, like, a lot of women are not able to provide that, you know what I'm saying? And because of that alone, like, there's not many pros about getting with a woman with a child already because of that. And then a lot of times it's like you build a bond with this kid, and then the relationship doesn't work out, and it's like, fuck, like, all that time that I fucking invested in the child, it's not my child, so now I can't even see the child any longer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So why the fuck would I want to deal with that shit?
And you gotta let it be known early too.
Oh, facts.
Yeah. Those are murky waters you're stepping into, my friend. Like it can get complicated quick.
I've been in the position where I'm like, oh, maybe I should settle type shit, and I've dated women that had kids and whatnot, but that shit just doesn't work out, brother.
Tell him that boy said I'm talking from experience.
Yeah,
he's talking out of my ass. I've tried it. All right.
Yeah. He's like, I'm coming with the facts here, bro. Like I know I've dealt with it.
That little kid so hard. Harry said I was.
Harry said, I'm not stepdad. I'm the dad that stepped up.
Oh, this guy, bro. And you know, honestly, man, like it takes a certain type of man to be able to raise another man's kid, bro. So shout out to those guys. Yeah, shout out to those guys that, like you said, Orville, and you know, all jokes aside, that do step up and that actually do a good job at being a stepdad. Because a lot of kids, man, and I've met a lot of people that their stepdad made an impact on their life. You know, even more than their biological father did. So shout out to those people that are able to do that, man. Like I said, it takes a special kind of man to do it. I just don't think it's for me, or I don't think, you know, Harry alluded to it. It's not for him. And it's probably not for you either, Orville. But that's just three of us, you know, 3 out of a billion or whatever like that. Not unless it doesn't have any kids, by the way. So,
I have 4.
You what?
I have 4 kids.
Oh yeah, all right.
From the time I was 19.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. But like I said, it takes a special dude out there to do it, and you know, they're out there. They're definitely
out there, but
few and far in between. So that doesn't mean go be a single mom on purpose. Just
they're out there, but then again, they might not be the guy that they want. So then there's that.
Exactly. So there goes settling again, because you just need a guy to support you and your children. So you're just settling for the first guy that comes up. So yeah, I mean that's really all I got on that. Unless
to kind of close out my argument with the standards in 2024, what these women need to understand is, like, you guys want these high value men, but you guys don't want to deal with high value problems, and they don't get that until they get that man and realize that they're just there, and you're the main chick, yeah, but you ain't the only one. I promise you that. Even these bum ass niggas cheat. So what do you think? These high value men who've built a fucking empire are not going to do the same thing? You think they built their empire and they just want to deal with one woman? Of course not. That's not how it works.
Yeah, they build themselves up. Yeah, to get to that point. And
and find that out the hard way. Fuck it.
Right, and unfortunately, this is going to sound bad, and it comes down to leverage. They don't have much leverage when it comes to this high value man. If you want a modest man that's not going to cheat, lower your standards and be with that average guy that makes 40 grand or whatnot, because at the end of the day, they ain't got leverage over you, so they don't have as many options as the next guy. So maybe they'll keep you around. You have a better chance that way.
Comes out to having options. Yeah.
I forgot who I was talking to about this, but there was a video I saw where it's like it's only in the US where like women,
That was with me and Ali. Remember talking about women from Brazil?
Oh yeah, where like it's women in the US that want life to be catered to them, or that want men to like cater to them. But if you go to any of these other countries, who swarms men when you go to these other countries?
It's women. The women approach.
Women go out and they seek the men that the women go out and they seek the men that they want. Like if you go to Brazil, bro, there's plenty of women out there that would be dying to be
shoot their shot,
and they'll shoot their shot and they'll play the old fashioned mom role, cook for you.
They'll do whatever you want. Which is
that's why the passport bro movement is really big right now.
I was about to say that. That's why the passport bro thing became a thing, because a lot of these dudes realize that these girls in the US ain't shit.
So they figured out that I could find these 10 out of 10s when it comes to beauty, but they're also going to have a traditional mindset. So why the fuck wouldn't I do that?
They have the beauty and they have the morals. And they're not scoozies. So it's like, why not? Yeah, I might not speak the language, but goddamn it, I'm gonna learn. Like,
exactly.
If that's what I gotta do.
The language they know is that I'm gonna take care of them and they'll take care of me.
Like, you want to come with me to America?
You stupid.
You gotta make it
America?
Yeah.
Oh man, yo, that's a good point, Harry. I like that one, but yeah, man, it always comes down to the U.S. man, and not so much the U.S. I think it's more Western countries.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
I think those are the countries obviously heavily influenced by social media and American culture that they fall into that shit too. And a lot of these dudes are getting sick of it too, so they're going to the so these other countries that still have those traditional values that they instill in their women. And still to this day, you have these younger girls coming up, Gen Zers, but they act like they're like their mom is basically like I'm gonna cater to my man, I'm gonna take care of him, I'm gonna submit to him, yada yada and all that. But like Alyssa said earlier, everybody wants to be a bad bitch, a boss bitch, queen. That's just because what the fucking media feeds them. And they see it and they're like, oh yeah, that's me. I'm by my G-Wagon on my own. I don't need no man. Da, 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 da. And then there you go. G-Wagon on your own. You got the G-Wagon, you got the crib, you got everything, but you're 39, lonely, no man, bro. I mean, whatever. Yeah, we said what?
You got nothing to show for it. You got nothing. You don't leave anything behind. You don't leave a footprint.
No, yeah, exactly. You can't have children anymore because you waited too damn long because you kept telling yourself the right person's gonna come.
What are they gonna say about you when you pass away? Oh, like she was a boss bitch, made her own money, was a great friend. Good for you.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
you let me know which woman is respected more. One that says that, or she passed away. She had a beautiful family. She raised these kids and they're perfect role models. You tell me who's respected more.
Exactly.
Absolutely, man. It's all about what you leave behind, man. I think our children are a reflection of us, and I think most people. I know people that don't want to have kids, but that's very few. But most of us want kids, and we want our kids to be kind of like an extension of us. Once we leave, we're like, okay, like Harry said, okay, yeah, this woman was great. She had 3 kids. Look how great those kids are doing. Like, because she had a hand in that and raising them. So that's what a lot of guys look for, because a lot of times, guys they don't spend as much time with the kids because they're out working, trying to provide for the family. So, that's why I want, most men want a woman that's going to be good to their kids and that's going to raise them right. Instead of these some of these women out there, and I think we spoke about it last week, Harry, about how some people shouldn't be parents. So you don't want to marry a girl that has no clue what she's doing as a mom and has no interest in being a mom. And then she's taking care of her baby while you're at work. You come home, the baby hasn't been fed all day, hasn't been cleaned, and the house is a mess. Like, bro, how much of more stress does that put on you as a dude that's been working 12 hours a day trying to provide, and then you come home and she's not doing a damn thing? Like,
and honestly, bro, I'm sorry. I don't feel bad for those men, because
no, they chose that. They should have known. They should have known.
Yeah, like they love to see these women. I was like, yeah, quick fuck or whatever the case may be, but and they're quick to not use a condom, and then when there's a mistake, there's a problem. You know what I'm saying? That's why I've never fucked with that, bro. I've never fucked with that growing up. Regardless, bro, I always strapped up, because that shit was not happening to me, and that's why I'm sitting here 33 without a child, because that's something I did not play with at all.
Yeah, you want to get locked down with the wrong one, man. That's for sure.
Like that shit going around with Anthony Edwards and that fucking model chick. Y'all heard about that shit where he was
some what is she? Was she a porn star?
Huh?
Was she a porn star? I think she was.
I don't know if she was a porn star or she's just one of those IG models.
IG models, yeah.
But he was, she was trying to have a kid and he wasn't, and he was basically like having to convince her not to have the child, and like had to like wire her like $100,000. And it's just like to get an abortion, and like she didn't want to, and he was just basically like, in his eyes, it wasn't a big deal.
And you know what's crazy? A lot of the women, that $100,000 would have been sent to them, and they still wouldn't have gotten an abortion.
And they still wouldn't have?
Wouldn't have.
Nah, you got to show me the receipts before I send you that $100,000, Papa.
Well,
yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming she either did it or the story just didn't go further than that, because I mean there hasn't really been much talk about it after that, after those like text messages came up. So
But again, that's another.
Like, to be honest, like when it comes to like when you, as a woman, when you put yourself in that situation and you realize that like your child is gonna have a father who pretty much didn't want him, why would you want to put yourself in that situation? Just have the fucking abortion and go find somebody who wants to have a kid.
Because
like,
I told you, women don't think like that. You and I
no,
have had this conversation a bunch of times
but it's just like he's literally like telling you in your face, like, I do not want to raise a kid right now, and I don't.
All she sees
why would you have that kid and put that stress on yourself and
she
realize
doesn't care
that,
about that? She just sees dollar signs.
Dog, but it's just ridiculous, bro. Like,
no, I agree with you.
I guarantee you, if that girl was a girl with values and morals, bro, he would have hesitated to say keep the baby.
Yeah,
because the fact that she's an IG model and probably OnlyFans or some shit like that, that's why he was like, fuck no. He's like, I ain't trying to have a baby with you. Hell no. I'm not trying to bring a kid on this earth with a mother like you setting that example. Hell no. So
I would never be in that position. Would never.
Again, I don't feel bad.
It's foul on both sides.
I don't feel bad for these. My bad. I don't feel bad for these players, for these athletes, bro, because for some reason they always go for these type of girls. It's always in the same circles. That they're messing with.
Why do these guys act like they don't have options, bro?
Bro,
I mean, not that they don't have options, but I feel like when you become that known and like people know you have money, I think it's hard to find somebody who's genuinely into you for you.
But then at that point, what are you doing? You're paying a
but like that's what I'm saying. Like, but I mean, like the dating scene when you're like an NBA star and like girls know who you are, like it's tough. It's tough, but I understand the whole like don't fuck around with somebody like without a condom, knowing that you don't want to have a kid with them. Like, come on now.
I mean, I disagree, man, because I think a lot of girls don't even know who Anthony Edwards is. Like the average girl that you deal with on a daily basis, I'm like, yo, can you tell me who Anthony Edwards is?
But I'm saying like you don't have to know who they are, but when you see what they walk around with, what they drive, like that changes their mindset. Like
yeah, of course. I mean,
like he's not pulling up in a fucking 2018 Toyota Camry. Like he's gonna bitch up and he's gonna pull up in a fucking Lambo, and whether she likes him or not, she's probably gonna fucking either stick around or he's gonna kick it to the curb. Like,
yeah, I think for men, like for those guys, I think it does get a little harder finding a good girl, man. That's true. It's just there's more steps they have to take to kind of vet those women and kind of
this guy Gordon from the Nuggets. You heard about the time he went on a date and like this girl pulled out her phone and the first thing that was on the phone was a Google search of his net worth.
Oh, his net worth. Yeah, that's right. I heard. I heard about that.
So, bro, like it's tough, bro. It's tough when they know who you are or like they know you got money. They know what they're doing, dog.
Yeah, of course.
You know, it goes back to what Kareem was saying. If I'm in that position where it's hard to vet anybody that I date, I'm going to another country. That's where I'm going.
Exactly.
It makes no sense for me to date in the US if I'm like that here. You know what I'm saying?
Go somewhere where like Kareem said, like they're looking for a man, but they got that old school mentality where they're gonna take care of everything, cook for you, clean.
Cook,
at least
cook for me, clean, do everything, and knows when to shut the fuck up. Got it. Yes.
At least you know what you're buying at that point.
Bro, exactly. I feel like if your girlfriend is not if she's not doing it for you when you guys are dating, she's not gonna do it for you.
Oh yeah, no, she's not gonna change all of a sudden because you put a ring on her. Like, oh, I'm gonna be a great housewife. I was just waiting for the ring. That's it.
Men make.
That's how you should get the ring, is by showing that you can do these things. But that's very like not.
I don't know about a ring, but I feel like that's how you should know that you can build a home with this person.
Yeah, you get the commitment. You get the full commitment.
Exactly, the long-term commitment.
In what world do you get promoted without actually showing that you
put it in the work?
Like, oh yeah, you know,
said you got a 9 to 5 and you got a 5
to 9 CEO, and then I'll show you that I could be a CEO.
Yeah, you can't. What Harry's trying to say is you can't get promoted off of potential. Yeah, you got to get promoted off the work you put in.
This ain't the NFL.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fucking scouting.
Drafted in the first round.
Yeah. No, I mean, these women expect to get promoted off potential just because they think, well, if I act like, you know, like I'm a wifey material, then I'll get the ring. But a lot of times men see right through that shit, bro. Like they know, like any little thing that you do, even if you don't think it's a big deal, the guy's gonna be like, okay, I'm. They're always observing, and well, most men. Now, some dudes are idiots, but most men are observing, and they're very observant of certain things that women do, and it could be the very smallest thing, and you might not think it's a big deal, but right there, he's like, nope, red flag, not getting that ring. Just the little things, man.
And you know, they're not gonna tell you straight up. But
no, men are not like that. They're not like that. They're just gonna ghost you. They're just gonna be like, it's not working out.
You just went from being a potential match to okay, let me sleep with you, and then I'm gonna kick you to the curb type thing.
Yeah. Once I get bored of that, like
men are not like that, and like women will also tell you to be upfront, but if like
they can't handle that, bro.
Not only can they not handle it, but if I can get away with it without having to deal with the drama, then of course I'm gonna choose the B route.
Yeah, right. If you could just walk away from something without having to do with the bullshit and the back and forth, bro, like you're gonna walk.
Especially if you're gonna be upfront, you're gonna deal with the bullshit and then ultimately not get what you want.
Exactly.
So why the fuck would you say the truth?
Yeah, exactly.
That's why that whole if men were just more upfront, like it would just be
get the fuck out of here, bro.
There's a reason why, because bro,
we do that because we've adapted to your behavior in the fucking first place.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%. Couldn't have said any better, bro. Couldn't. Unless it's saying like, damn, dog, they got my ass.
Guys would just be more upfront. It would just be a lot better. Like, okay,
Listen,
yeah, okay. There'd be more left on red DMs and fucking
more fucking issues, man.
I am not a martyr for women. I cook for Orville. My trial was that I was like, oh, I'm gonna impress him. When I cooked, his dad tried it and he was like, that was bomb. I said, my work here is done. Apron is off.
she made that fucking lasagna soup off of TikTok.
And I was
like, bro, I told her, I was like, obviously, like, I'll tell you if you've cooked bad, but like, 99% of things you've cooked have been great. But the real test is my dad. That motherfucker will fucking leave a plate clean and you'll ask him like if it was good or not. He'd be like, it was all right.
Oh, he's picky like that?
No, bro, he's picky like
that. Very minimal will he ever say something was amazing, bro. You'll never get that answer from him.
Yeah. I sat at the table with the bowl and I was watching him the whole time like this.
That boy slammed that shit and he was like, yo,
he goes,
good.
He goes,
you did good.
Coño, Alisa, te acabaste con eso. And I was like,
I could attest to it. I tried that shit. That shit was fire.
I seen the pictures. It looked great.
The funny thing is, Harry tried it. Well, was it the next day or later on that night? Because you didn't that too, so it wasn't fresh.
Yeah.
And
you had to reheat it.
Yeah, but I was also putting in the fucking work to make sure that it was hot.
Yeah. When he got here, like she heated it up and everything.
Yeah.
But for like an hour and a half heating up. Harry's like, I'm 10 minutes away. I was like, I will prepare for 2 hours beforehand to make sure that everything in the pot is hot.
Yo, but last thought, man, before we kind of end this right here. I'm gonna say this kind of we're just talking about it. So if you know your success rate is only like 3%, we're not going for that, bro. Like if we know that shit ain't gonna fly. Like as far as like men like being up front, the success rate is 3%. Nah, we out. we walking away, bro. Like there's no point. Like why?
Fuck that.
So yeah,
we're already at a disadvantage when it comes to being able to get some sort of reply in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like
facts. Yeah. So we already know by being truthful, 100% truthful and upfront is gonna get you nowhere. So I mean, unfortunately, I hate to say it. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Like if we're being realistic, let's be realistic, and let's not be naive. To what the fuck the things really are. That's just the way the world operates right now. The society operates, Alyssa. I know that you probably don't want to hear that, and I know the girls watching this don't want to hear that. But
I was truthful with Orville when we first started dating on like day 3, and here we are 2 years later.
Yeah, that's a different type of truthful. Like you were.
I told you, I was like,
no, but
I'm not looking to just be your little.
Yeah, but that's not the same thing. If I came into your DMs and we started talking, we hit it off, and I was like, to be honest, I'm not looking for a girlfriend. I'm
just trying to smash.
You're gonna be like, yeah, sure. Like
I would have
yeah.
left you on red.
Exactly.
Dudes are not Dudes are not just gonna come straight out and be like, yo, I'm just trying to smash. Because guess what? The chances of you saying, okay, that's cool, let's keep talking, and it's like a 3%. It's like a 3% chance that happens.
Like there's. Why do you want to put in all that work for months just to smash one time, and then when you don't make her your girlfriend, she's out the door?
Because when job is done, job is done.
Exactly.
That's not a job. That's just a contract.
No, it's a job.
We play the long game, baby.
Hey, like Kobe said, job's finished.
Job's finished.
I'm
You're like, why would you want to put that? It's like, because job's not finished.
Oh man. Yeah, but yeah, Orville, that's facts. If you would have straight up, like, when you guys started talking like 3 days in, and she told you what she told you,
like, okay, then so why would I do that?
Yeah, and he's like, no, I'm just trying to smash. Like, I don't want none of that.
Somebody else and have the same fucking same response, or
then maybe keep your wiener in your pants and you'll find a woman.
I mean, I've had no issue in that department, so. I mean, none of us here have, so we're good there.
Well, anyways, guys, damn. Yo, it's been a little bit of time here. Kind of went over, but it was good conversations, man. Does anybody have anything else that they want to add before I kind of take us home?
No,
well, I mean,
sir.
I just want to say, like I said, it was a good pod. Obviously, we're an hour and 45 minutes in, so I mean, it was good obviously, or else it wouldn't be this long.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nate, if you're watching, or whenever you do watch this, because I'm sure you'll watch it after Kareem edited and whatnot. Well, we can't wait to have you back next week so we can go on our therapy session. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have 2 weeks of bringing you up to speed of what's been happening in the world, and the fact that we couldn't give you that today. We got to wait another week is all good, but I hope you get your shit done, whatever it is, and we're happy to have you back next week. So that's all I really got to say about that.
Word. Good piece. Appreciate that, Harry. Alyssa, Orville, you guys got anything to add?
No, just
thanks for having us.
Yeah, appreciate having the first couple on the pod.
Yeah, it was fun having you guys, man. I appreciate you guys coming on last minute. Yeah, it was super last minute, but so I appreciate you guys taking the time to come hang out with us today and record with us. Like Harry said, it was a good podcast. We had a lot of good conversations.
For
So
sure.
So with that being said, man, like, comment, subscribe, guys. If this is your first time, and again, we're gonna be here next week, so don't forget to tune in for that one. See ya.